You'll have to collect. You'll have to go around collecting talents and skills. They'll be, if you need an electrician, you're going to go where electricians are. If you need a carpenter, I mean, you understand. You're going to have, well, for example, this after Armageddon, the guy was a paralegal or a paramedic, and he makes it to Idaho, and he becomes the town doctor. He's got no drugs, he's got no operating theater, and he can't even take care of himself because he cut himself, got an infection, and died. So, everybody's going to have to rely on other people's skills. If you have no skills, you are useless to the society.
Yeah, I mean, that all basically boils down to that either you get prepared or be prepared to be a victim.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't see people grouping together all that readily in the beginning. Yeah, you'll have families and friends and whatnot that they'll pull together, but the average group of people out there, at that time and point, it's going to be very difficult to trust somebody else outside of your immediate group. So I don't see people pulling together so readily. That's going to come over a period of time and over a period of instances that occur. So it'd be a good idea to talk with your family and your friends and even others and try to get them, adapted to the idea that it's not a matter of if this comes about, it's going to be a matter of when this comes about. If you just look at the news, behind the news, the pablum that they're feeding us on the mainstream is not the truth by no means. So if you just have any inclination of what's happening with not even just the economy, but these wars that are getting ready to flare up and all this terrorist stuff, it's going to be dog eat dog. And if you don't have a core group of people that can watch each other's backs, then again, you can count on becoming a victim.
Well, a lot of the survivalist mentality, it will come out of movies. One of the movies that people have watched is that black kid from Philadelphia. What's his name?
Will Smith.
Yeah. He developed a virus or something, and it made people animals, and he had to kill everybody that he came across. And then one day, somebody came up from South America, and they're looking for some place in Vermont. There will be places like that isolated town in Vermont that you will be able to go to. They'll usually be on high ground, easily protected, and they won't let strangers in unless you have some skill or some talent that they can use.
Well, yeah, it's not even just the skill and the talent. It's going to boil down to they're going to be able to trust you.
Yeah.
And I've seen many a depiction of individuals being led into a group, and they ended up selling them down the tubes. Yeah, and again, Red Dawn, perfect example. That kid that sold them out to the Russians.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing you got to understand is when something goes down, if you're not basically situated in an area, people are going to be very reluctant to even let you in there. Mm-hmm. And perfect example of that is that movie with Kevin Costner called The Postman.
Oh yeah.
So it's a good idea to get a place to go to that you basically mingle with the locals, and some of the people that live close to that area. Like we purchased the land I'm on now all the way back in the 70s. And when I first came out here, I had conflict with a number of the neighbors. That's general mentality of the people in this country. They have to test one another to see, what you'll take from them, or for that matter, what you'll give back to them.
Mm-hmm.
So when the cities do empty out, people are going to be prepared, especially the people in the mountains. There's not anybody in the mountains that I know of that doesn't have guns and ammunition stockpiled.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't hesitate. I mean, they'll shoot you as soon as they'll shoot a deer.
Yeah.
You know, you pull up in their driveway, you know, you better be on your knees and crawling, because otherwise you're just going to be dead meat. You know, they'll shoot you first and then decide to talk to you afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the what do you have to offer part comes into play. You know, what can you offer us in our little community, or our property, or what have you?
Yeah, but see, you're not necessarily going to give them the chance to even say that much. You know, you got to remember the people that are held up in a hole, they're going to be scared too. They're going to be afraid to let anybody into their group that they don't know. So you could sit there and tell them you're a physicist, you're a rocket scientist, whatever the case may be, and that's not really going to hold water in their minds. You're just another individual that poses a threat to them.
Can you believe that hour is over already? All right, folks, this is the end of hour 1, so we're still streaming live. Just hang on a little bit. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be right back. We're going to continue with hour 2 and see what topics may unfold there. But thank you for listening. Hold on tight. We'll be right back after this.